Welcome again, everyone, to another Spot On chat. I'm Rebecca Monet. I'm with Zorakle Profiles. We provide profiling tools for franchisors and franchise brokers that help facilitate a right fit between a prospective franchisee and a franchisor. So I have back again Scott Sharkey. He's the CEO and franchise developer of Sharkey's Cuts for Kids. So welcome back, Scott.
My pleasure. Looking forward.
Me too.
Welcome to my house.
Woo! You're in my house too. Welcome to my farmhouse. You know, it feels good with this quarantine to actually be home and not have to drive places. It's kind of nice. I like it.
Yeah, it is good. Just have to stop eating.
Shh, don't even go there.
All right. Okay.
So in our last conversation, we started to talk about this thing you call a bucket list and this idea of legacy. And I wanted to kind of push that a little bit further because I find that topic fascinating. And I'm of that age where I want to leave a legacy and I want to do things that I've put off because I was so busy running a business or whatever. But can you tell me more about this bucket list, how you got involved with this idea and how it, moved from that point forward?
Yeah, it's pretty, it's pretty detailed. I'm not kidding. There's, I think you were with me at this conference, but
I remember the speaker. Yeah.
Yeah. Travis Bell. Oh boy, it's actually been a big piece of my life the last 3-4 years. I'm not going to go too deep because I don't want to get too teary on this interview. But I'm 55, and I was at a franchise broker conference a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, and the feature presentation was a gentleman that talked about his bucket list, and he was presenting his business and his company and looking to sell chapters and so on. Mm-hmm. And, don't get me wrong, I don't have any intentions of being an action coach or a life coach or anything like that, but he was selling that along with his story. And I was just taken back by the story. And, for all of us in the business world that are listening to this, we all go to conventions, we all go to conferences, and we write down all these notes and we put things down, and we're all charged up and rah-rah. And one of the main things I share when I do my training here in Connecticut for my franchisees is the same thing. You're going to leave here with all these notes. You're going to be all charged up.
Yeah.
And we go back to our daily lives with our kids and our daily minutia and our real jobs and so on, and everything just kind of gets pushed aside. But I'm sitting here, and you asked me, but I'm 3 years later, and this bucket list, which I've now given numerous presentations on,
that's huge,
and share a training and discovery days, a portion of it, this is next to me every day. It sits next to my computer or on my desk every day. And I have things in here that I want to tick off. Wow. Things that I want to accomplish throughout the week or a month. And when I tick it off, I scratch and I add something else.
Wow.
And this is I don't want to say it's a motivational factor for me every day, but it keeps, I'm just aligned with what's important. And I've shared with you before, I don't know, maybe I got to a certain age and things became more apparent, but I don't know, maybe it's grounded me a little more. It really fits nicely when I talk to prospects that are, most of them are usually younger than me, but I get it because I've been in my 30s and 40s and early 50s before. And most people we talk to, if not all, are in the corporate world. So this has gotten to teach people and myself years ago how to fit business in life, not life in business. And, I leave the franchise development side to my staff and so on, and the Zorakle side to Dennis, who's my CFO. but I'm the life guy. I'm the one that talks to people, and I'll make this fit for you, and I'll show you how to do it, and I'll
Hmm.
show you what's important on a daily basis, and how you can have a business that is stress free, if you align
Wow.
things. And I'm not here to coach you every week. That's not what I'm trying to sell. But you had asked me before, how do you it's these are my values. And
Hmm.
again, not to throw cliches out, because I'm not a cliche guy, but again, I'm 55, and we all have things we want to do in life, and you know not because it's this time and we're dealing with what we're dealing right now out in society, but you run out of time.
You
You
do.
run out of time in life, and there are things that I want to accomplish in life, and there are people that I want to spend time with and make sure I do things.
Hmm.
And I'll get past this, but the biggest thing about this presentation, and I don't want to get too far into it, was building a box of squares, and 80 squares, and then Xing off how many years you are in your life. And the average male now lives 78 in the US. And this is what I'm left with. I've,
Wow.
I've accomplished all this already. So you're thinking, what did I accomplish during these years? Was it enough? And this is what I got left. This is
Yeah,
what I got left. So what do I want to do with that? So,
exactly.
so it really hit home with me.
Yeah, I could see. I remember the speaker, Travis, very, very well, and the stories he told and the things that were on his bucket list. And what I found fascinating was what was on his bucket list is not necessarily what would be on your bucket list or
Right.
even my bucket list. But the point being, right back to what you said, it's fitting business into life, not life into business. It is a balance, and it is what's important to us, what memories do we want to create, what experiences and adventures do we want to go on, and whom do we want to do those things with, family, friends, etc. So it's not just about, like you said, in our 30s and our 40s, it
Right.
was, we were empire builders, and it was conquer the world or whatever it is, overcome. And I think you do get a wake up call at a certain point and say, I have X amount of time left. What is on my bucket list that I haven't got to, and what is my bucket list to start with? So I think it's fascinating that you actually have it printed out in front
Okay.
of you to remind you it's not just about building a great business.
And it
There,
changes. It
it,
changes throughout. If you change it, if you accomplish things. Most
yeah,
people think a bucket list is where I want to go on vacation, but it's not. It's not. Oh my God, I want to travel here one day. It's more than that. It's spending
yeah,
time with somebody.
exactly.
Picking up a phone and calling some. It's nice. It's a little bit of a measuring stick for life.
I love it. I'm so glad you took time to talk about this, because I think it's so important that our lives don't get out of balance, and that we do bring some pleasure into our lives. And we have a bucket list that we consciously think about. So thank you for reminding me about that, because now I'm going to go start jotting down what some of my bucket list is, because I certainly want to leave a legacy and have some adventures and experiences that I've been delaying simply because I'm running a business, right? Kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. But you can do both.
Exactly.
You
And
can
I'm
do both.
going to.
You can do both. It's not hard.
Thanks again, Scott. We'll talk to you in the next round.
Awesome. Thanks again.